Oh, welcome back. It's still Francesco here, and today we're going to talk about fundraising strategy. So we already discussed how important is fundraising. Okay, so without money, you cannot even think to compete with people with money. As a result of this idea, Silicon Valley is the most successful ecosystem on the planet because they got a lot of money, and so they outperform everyone else. Okay, so if you're thinking to go into the startup route, then you need to go for the money. How do you get money? I'm here to explain. First thing that you need to do is learning the investor mind. So how does an investor work? How can you convince? Because if you don't know how they think, it's not point to go on because you will never be able to convince them. Okay, now how does the investor think? We discussed it last time. They make money only if they spot unicorns or very big outliers. A very big outliers is someone that returns at least 20x the capital. What does that mean? It means that they will always look for a company that could potentially be an outlier and bring you 20x of the capital. It means that if you don't have at least the potential to become this kind of company, then there's no even point to bothering yourself trying. So first, create a vision for your company to become a unicorn. Then analyze the unicorn market, how big they are, and understand how can you be one of them. Then at least have a vision for this. You don't need to have any plan, just a vision. Okay, then you can go pitching because we investors care only if you become a unicorn. Again, only important thing. Investors, if I invest in companies that this company fail, investors don't care. If they don't invest in a company and this company succeed, then here was we have problem because we are happy to take a shot and be wrong, but we are definitely not happy to miss a big shot. Okay. Now that you learn this, we need to talk about the strategy. So what's going to be the strategy for your investments? And we're talking about who you need to ask to, okay, money, what to ask, so how much and which price, how much you need to ask and what price, okay? This is very important because even if you got the best connection on the planet, even if your friends are all billionaires, okay, and they are willing to give you money, but if you ask the wrong people with the wrong offer, a stupid price, then they will never say yes. So it doesn't matter how many connections you got. First, you need to check the strategy. So first, you have to have global vision. Second of all, right strategy. Then it comes to the people that you know. So let's dive into this and let's start. The stages. Okay, this is very easy. Now, you need to understand, okay, where are you right now? There are 3 stages. The first, so in terms of money, these stages are very complicated because right now there are people at idea stage raising a lot of money and the people at Series A raising show money depending on where they are. But this is a good guidelines to understand which stage are you and then where to go from there. So an idea stage is where you basically have an idea and you have a team and you start developing it and you need to validate, you need to create the product and validate it. What does it mean validated? Having strong numbers that say that your product is wanted, okay? Usually, okay, if you have a big name, so if you are a former vice president of Microsoft, okay, or if you have been working in a strong startup and now you need an exit, or now the startup is very big and you have a C-level figure or something similar, head of marketing, etc., you can raise money to start your own company because you got credibility from day one. Actually, just tell you how does that work. If you have already created a successful startup, a very successful startup, or a part of a company that is very successful and was very successful, and you were a major responsible for this, like you were a head of marketing or a vice president or a C-level executive, then if you have an idea, contact me up. I'd be happy to finance you since day one, because that's what everyone is doing. So we always look for smart people starting company, okay? If this is not the case, so there's no problem, Okay, so if you just are a smart person, is willing to start his own company and didn't do anything particularly remarkable in his past life, is no problem. But I do recommend you to raise money from FFF, family, friends, and fools. So people that are willing to take this risk with you, because this is the best approach. There's no point to go to a VC. It's going to be a waste of time. Okay. Unless you don't have a super big, remarkable background. What are you going to do with this money? You have to create an MVP and validate it. What does it mean, validate an MVP? It means that you create a first product and you have to justify, and you have to show me that you got a lot of traction, a lot of people that are basically buying your product or using your product or subscribing for your product. Again, most of people, what they do is they contact 100 friends and say, what do you think of this? The friends say, they don't want to scare you off. So they say, yeah, that's great. And then they say, 100 people say that my product is good. We don't care. We want to see money. Okay. Once you get money, once you get $1 million in revenue, once you get $100,000 in revenue and people love you, then you are in the seed stage. The seed stage, at the goal of the seed stage is you have a product. You have some people that like you. You have demonstrated to everyone that you know how to do it. Now it's time to get to product market fit. What is product market fit? Is finding a repeatable, marketable, and predictable way to make money. So let's suppose you create here you have an idea for an amazing coffee machine, an amazing robot that serve you coffee and bring you in your home. Okay, this is a great idea. Would you need money to start? Okay, are you a successful person in robotics or in yes? Okay, so go raise. Are you a successful person in robotics? No. Okay, don't go raise. And then ask money to your friends and family and start producing an MVP, the first robots. Then sell the first 100 robots. Once the first 100 robots are sold, then you go to, so you demonstrate this. Now you go to seed stage. Now you go 100 robots because you sold them to friends, you sold them to connection. Now it's time to create a money-making machine. So how do you create a money-making machine? You need salesmen and you need a factory. You need a way to be away from the company for a month and the company will still grow. That's the point of money-making machine. So you need money. How do you get the money? You get money through VC, seed stage, okay, and angels. How much? 20% equity. That's the average. Here, you should stick with 10, 15% equity top. Here, 20% equity, okay? So you sell 20% of your company in exchange for the right amount of money to be here. Then once after 6 months or 1 year or 18 months, usually it used to be 18 months, but right now is probably six months to 1 year. After you raise the seed stage, you get for the Series A. How do you get money from the Series A? Usually it's mostly VCs, although some angels could chip in, but don't expect them too much. And the goal is now you're selling robots in the whole Balkans or in the whole Egypt, okay, in the whole Jordan, and now you need to scale. So you need to sell your robots in Germany, France, Italy, US, UK. How do you do that? You need money to hire new people because you learn here to do it. You just need to multiply what you've done in new markets. Again, here the average seed stage is 21% and the average Series A is 20% equity. What does that mean? Again, you sell 20% of your business. Okay, it's like you give 20% of your business in exchange of someone giving you the money and investing in your business. Okay. The valuation. Okay, again, valuation is completely out of track right now. We don't know, no one knows, and we just following, as an investor, when I say we, I mean we investor, we're just following the rules, we're just following what's going on. And if someone comes to me with a stupidly high valuation and I think is good, I will still invest, I don't care. But it doesn't mean that you need to shoot for a high valuation, there's no point. How does valuation? Just to give you an understanding, this is called go to Equidam to get a proper valuation. Although even the Equidam valuation doesn't mean anything. To give you an idea, an idea stage startups could go to 500 to 2 million, a seed stage from 1 to 10 million, and a Series A from 10 to 100 million plus. We've seen Series A of 200 million valuation. I've seen Series A of 12 million valuation. Usually, like I can tell you that the last seed stage, the average seed stage just in the Western Balkans is around from 3 to 6 million. The average, although there's someone that raised 2 million, and I definitely agree. The average seed stage in North Africa is around 8 to 12. The average Series A is 20 to 40, although it depends. So it depends from your metrics, depends for everything. It's just to give you an understanding. Usually Series A, you need at least 100K MRR, okay, or 5 million GMV. Again, these could change, but this just to give you an idea on how the market look like. 5 million gross merchandise value or $100,000 MRR. This is the average to raise the Series A. What about valuation? Again, I'm just giving you an idea, and this doesn't mean that they are set in stones. They change every time, every day, and from a lot of factors. But just to give you an example, 120,000x your MRR could be a good valuation for SaaS, and 2x or 3x GMV could be a good valuation for a marketplace or a company with low margins, okay? Remember, one thing that I want you to know, as an investor, okay, so when you look at your company, you see, you maybe like go online and see that one of your competitors has at 5 times GMV. So you think, oh man, I can do the same. I can raise a 5 times GMV. I'm same as them. The problem is that you don't know what's going on there. Maybe they were very good connected. Maybe they got better number than yours, or maybe they got amazing team, or people know more, and the valuation is justified. So you never know. Second thing, you start thinking that you deserve a 5x GMV valuation. So you start market yourself a 5x GMV. So let's suppose you go 1 million GMV, you say, let's suppose you go 2 million GMV, you say my valuation is 5x, so 10 million. And you start doing this. The problem is that we see 5,000 startups per year, okay? We probably see 400 startups per month, and we invest in one. So you need to be better than 400. So if your valuation is 5x GMV, yes, you look good and you think that you're worth it and you think this competitor did it, why can I do it? But as a result, you lose a lot of good investor money. And these people will never invest in you because you aim too high. And there's no point, because your goal is to succeed. It's not to get a little more diluted, because you say, okay, my valuation is higher, so actually I'm gonna raise, I need 1 million, my valuation is higher, so when I raise my 1 million with high valuation, I still get more percentage of the company. But the reality is that increase the chance that you're not going to raise. So it's better to aim low, because your goal is to make money, because when you fundraise, you make more money because you got more resources to spend, and it's way better to fundraise at a low valuation than not fundraise at all. Because what happens is that your competitor that use a more reasonable and cheaper valuation will raise faster, will grow faster, and will kill you. While you still aiming for a bigger valuation, you basically will lose time. So what you need to do is use Equidam to establish your valuation and see if it makes sense. If you have some doubt, go always on the lower end. You need to be cheap, because when you're cheap, the investors are more interested in you. We've seen a lot of businesses that put themselves really high. Okay, this is probably the majority, the main mistakes when it comes to strategy is this one. If you have super high valuation, yeah. If you have a super low valuation, yeah, you get a little bit more, but at least you raise. And if you raise fast, if you're fast, it's actually better. So how much you need to ask? So we discuss who to ask to. Okay, we discuss pretty much your valuation of what it should be. And now how much you need to ask. So fix your next milestones. First step. So you are 100K MRR. Now you want to have 500K MRR. What could help you to, what do you need to get to your next milestone? The next milestone should be achieved in 1 year. So you are 100K MRR, you want to get to 500K MRR, okay? How much would you need? Well, you do a calculation and you need 5 million because you need to hire sales. Great. 5 million at 30%. So 6.5 million. Perfect. You know what? The less the better. So you know what? Let's say that instead of 6.5 million, you raise 6 million. Okay. Now see if this is in line with your number. So 6 million, 20%. Okay. It means that probably you're gonna have it means that probably you're going to have a valuation of 30 million. Okay, 30 million valuation pre-money. They're going to be 36 post-money. So what this means that you say that you were doing 100,000 MRR. So you do 100,000 multiplied by 120. That's what we discussed last time, and you get a total of 12 million. So you asking, your valuation is around 12 million, and you're asking for a 30 million valuation. Is this reasonable? I don't know. Check your competitor. Check if you're doing the same thing. Check how much they raise. If you are completely out of track, no, just ask less money and have another milestone, okay? But don't shoot too much. What you can do is, okay, instead of getting a $500,000 milestone per month, I will do a $200,000 milestone or $300,000 milestone. Now we do 1 million. And 1 million with 100K, it means that you're probably worth, I don't know, you can be worth 5, 6, 7 million. It makes sense. So go for it. This is a reality check on how much you're asking. Now, legal is always a problem. You need always to raise money and have a lawyer, and sometimes the fees could be really high. So what do you do in this sense? I recommend you to use a YC Safe. What is a YC Safe? It's a world-renowned document created by Y Combinator that explain you, okay, how that basically you can simply sign with the investor. You're gonna wire you the money, and there's nothing will happen until you're gonna raise a full round. And it could be really smart to use it until you raise your Series A. From Series A on, then you go fully legal and fully on point. Before, you can also use Safe. How does it work? A simple paper when you write that you're gonna giving the rights to own the company at the next round to someone else in exchange to $100,000 investments, for instance. Every YC Safe could have either a cap or a discount. So if I'm investing $1 million in a 10 million company pre-money valuation, I'm saying that this Safe has a cap of 10 million. It means that no matter when this money will be converted into equity, they will be always worth a max. The company for me will be always worth a maximum of 10 million. Okay. Then maybe the company will raise the round and they will be worth 100 million. Then I don't care. I still invest at 10 million price. Discount, what does that mean? When there's no discount, when there's no cap, you can use a discount. So you say, okay, good. You're not gonna, I'll wire you the money now. I'll send you $100,000 now. And then when you raise, I'll get 20% discount. So my price, the amount of stocks I'm gonna buy are equal at your price at the round. So let's suppose 10 million valuation, but 20% discount, so 8 million valuation. So you wire the money now, but they will, again, the whole point of the Safe is this. You wire the money now, but they will transform into equity at the moment of another round. Okay, this is super easy for the legal point of view, and it's easy to get momentum. It's very important to use Safe also to convince investors to move quick so they can move on. You can do personalized pricing. So you can, to a specific investor that you know is really important because it's very important in the region and can bring you other investors. You say, I'll give you a discount or I'll give you a lower valuation. Then if someone you want to help him to move it quick, you can say to an investor, for instance, hey, Just invest. You can invest the next share in 6 months, or just invest now and give you a discount. Okay, so this is the whole point of the YC, apart obviously from having a faster legal system. Now, you understood that fundraising is important. You understood that you need to be global, otherwise, or at least have the potential to be a unicorn. Otherwise, there's no point to invest in you. You have a right strategy, so you know who to ask, how much to ask, and what's your valuation. Let's now work to find investors. And you're gonna see this in the next video.